Three, two, one. Oh! What's up, guys? It's your boy Enrique. Here again. I want to talk about this time the marijuana movement. Because of the gay rights passed so recently, we can there's a momentum going on with this. So let's keep pushing forward on the things that we want now. Hey, the younger people, and then the court ruled, hey, I mean, it's a marriage, it's a right, it's not something religious. It's just they have a right to get married and all that shit. So with the marijuana thing, it's like, oh, let's do that too. But then some people are a little bit skeptical, like, okay, yeah, it'll be legalized. But I'm not gonna put my voice out there because I don't want to be labeled like that. And so that's the problem. Everybody needs to speak up on this. It's not like that one stoner kid, or is this like this is something involving in a lot of people's lives. It's just like you don't even know about it. It could be that one coworker that does it, but you don't know that she does it or anything like that. It could be your brother that you knew for so long that does it, but you didn't know that he did it. But you got hints and stuff. So we shouldn't be punishing those people because they enjoy something that's not bad for them. The government said that it was bad. It was supposed to be no medical use or anything like that. But studies now prove that it is beneficial to our health and stuff. So it's like the government been lying to us, and then whenever everybody says like, oh no, the government been lying to us, it's like they've been lying to us. It's just like we can't. It's either we listen to the lies and accept them and do nothing about it, and because that's our generation. And it's just like we've given the government too much power in a lot of things, and we shouldn't have. And so this is when we have to step up, not just for this, but for many other things, like global warming. I'll talk about that in another video too and everything, but we need to step up as a group, as a united front against our own government, because how can we help other countries and stuff if we aren't ourselves good? And yeah, there's faults in our government and stuff, but we shouldn't be satisfied with it. We should try to improve it and do something about it. We can't just lay back and let somebody else do it. No, we have to stand up. We can't be the laid back generation that does nothing. We're not those kinds of people. I know it. We strive. We can see goals and dreams ahead of us and stuff, and we cannot let our passion die. We're Americans. I'm first generation, and I thought America was supposed to be this great ass country, but now I can see it in this whole, I stepped back and saw all of it. And it's just like it has some corruption and stuff, not as bad as others countries, don't get me wrong, but we shouldn't be dealing with that corruption. We should, like, before it gets out of hand, which I kind of already think it does, or it already is a little bit out of hand, we should move forward and do something about it. And taking away laws that are not necessary is one. So the war on drugs in general is a bunch of BS. I mean, instead of punishing people for the things that they want to do, we should be helping them. Because if it is bad for us, instead of putting them in jail and incarcerating them for so many years, we should help them and go and let them go to rehab and all this stuff, and so they can be better as people. I thought we as Americans love to help each other. We as Christians want to help each other, but how can we do that if we let this happen? We let the government do this. I mean, yeah, so I asked this question, to some Christians and stuff, and they're like, oh, weed is bad and everything, all this stuff. It's an illicit drug and stuff. I was talking to some Mormons the other day, and they're like, we don't drink alcohol, we don't, do any other substance and stuff, and so that's their thing, and I get that, but it's just the Christians, they we we're such hypocrites, I guess. It's such a big ass group that there's no one voice heard and stuff. It's just a bunch of other crap, and the Christians only get the negative shit. They never get the positive things that we do and stuff, and that's understandable. No one wants to look at the positives. Everybody just wants to look at the negatives and focus on the negatives, and that's what becomes more. But if things become more positive and outshine the negativity, then that's what's gonna illuminate everybody's eyes and catch them, and just to watch them and see how they prosper and stuff. And so with the marijuana movement, the war on drugs, I mean, I feel like that's a bunch of BS. We should not make more prisons to incarcerate more people, because that's just wrong. Prison is supposed to be for the people that hurt others. People are the prisons that, like, steal property and all this stuff. It's not for people that was going through a rough time, and they smoked a J, or they did some X, or and here's the thing. Privileged kids. I'm not gonna be white. I'm not gonna be racist about this. No, privileged kids, and I'm one of them because I'm lucky for the things I've had until now. I've been really lucky, and I've always, said that to myself. It's just like, I don't know how lucky I've been, but it's just like I always knew I was just lucky, and it was just like I don't deserve any of this. But now, since I saw both sides of the spectrum, I guess I want to let my voice be heard out there and say we should stand up, and you shouldn't be scared to be labeled as the person that goes for weed or anything like that. Because if we go for weed, that's just being one step closer to becoming a better society. Because the war on drugs is not helping anyone at all. Like, Mexico gone like spiral out of control with the cartels and all that shit, and it's just like, if we the things that are right now is not helping. So we have to go to a different movement. We have to do a different approach and stuff. And so, I mean, like, only if one day, like, the president's like, oh, weed is legal and stuff. That's not gonna happen. We cannot expect that to happen. We have to do it state by state, person by person. Just like, hey, let's stop this nonsense. And it's like, we got to keep trying. We cannot give up. You just got to keep trying, no matter how long the years has been, because that movement will keep going forward. So I just want to say, pass this on to someone that would vote in their state, to legalize weed. And if you don't, because you're like, oh, I don't want my kids to have it and stuff, they're gonna get it. If they want it, they're gonna get it. That's down low key, like, for real. They're gonna get it no matter what if they really want it. And so, instead of, like, not talking to your kids about it and stuff like that, because you should, as parents, you should totally talk to your kids about drugs and all this other stuff, instead of letting the schools talk to them about it, because they have to figure it out on their own. They do all this stuff, and they make their own assumptions on their own and stuff. And so it's kind of hard growing up, not getting those kind of talks and stuff. But it's just like, we'll find out. Kids will find out eventually. These talks will happen no matter what. They're kids. They're honest and they're truthful and stuff. So talk to them. If you're a parent, mold them. Tell them what the right and wrong is in this world right now. And it's always going to change. As time flows, the right and wrong will always change. So I want to be in the side of the right, obviously, because I'm done with the negativity bullshit, man. I want to be positive. So that's all I got to say. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. Go out there and be truthful. If you smoke and someone asks you, don't lie to them and say, like, no. I mean, if it's a cop, for me, I would be like, yeah. If they caught me red-handed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna BS them. But if I don't have anything on me, I'm like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Peace, guys. Have a good day. Okay, spread positivity.